I did not record that.
I heard the beat. I was recording. Hey, Shenanigang. Welcome back to another video. I'd first like to apologize for how far and few these videos are in between. We've had a lot of stuff going on recently around the house and stuff. But today, I'm excited to bring you this video. I got something super cool planned. As you can see behind me, I got the stand pretty much finished. I got it moved into the house, and my brother actually just started him a business where he epoxies like countertops and stuff like that. And I was talking with him, and he wanted to come try it out on the stand. It wasn't originally a part of the plan, but I'll help him out by doing it and show you guys how to do it. So here in a bit, I'm gonna have my brother come over. He's gonna set up, and we're gonna epoxy this. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you for watching. Alrighty, gang. So we're back. I found my brother, and we're getting ready to start working on it. The first thing we're gonna do is start masking everything off, like all the holes and the sides build like a little form for the epoxy to go to. We gotta be really careful to make sure everything's sealed so that the epoxy doesn't run out any of the holes. It'll make a big disaster. So we're gonna start a time lapse, and you get to watch a semi-master and a bunch of jaggerlings at this, and hopefully it turns out.
Who's the master?
I don't know.
It's a 1-to-1 mix. These have already been dumped out, so they're the exact same amount, so I'm not measuring shit. I'm just dumping them both in all the way, spinning it, hoping for the best. He might have over-exaggerated when he said there was a master here. I just fucking wing shit.
It'll be fine. It's
But
fine.
start with part B and then mix in part A. I don't know why. Some guy on YouTube told me to do that shit and it works better. So
Well, there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can mix all your colors separately, pour your base layer, and then put the other colors in. The way we're going to try it, because we haven't done it before, is we're going to mix the color, dump all the colors in here so it swirls it more, and then dump it out on there. And hopefully it turns out. I don't know.
sometimes epoxy makes macaroni noises. Try not to get aroused.
Step one, don't get aroused.
Step one. Step one, do not get an erection while you're pouring the epoxy. Step two, wear a belt in case you failed step one. Mix for 4 minutes.
Did we set a timer?
In my head.
Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3.
So come over here and look at this. Try not to mix any air bubbles in, so you want to go nice and slow, mix it evenly. If you bring your drill too close to the top, it starts folding air bubbles in, and it's a pain in the butt to get it out later. So make sure you don't just gun it to 88 with your drill. Just stay nice and slow, don't let it flip around.
You gotta keep it restrained. Different ways to do the colors. You can get dyes or just use straight up spray paint. When they've done it before, the dyes and the spray paint react differently. And so for the colors, I'm just gonna use spray paint, and then for the base color, we're just gonna use the black dye.
Yeah, black dye for the base coat, and then the swirls are going to be some spray paint.
Are we there yet?
It's been a minute.
Alrighty, gang. So we're back. We got it mixed for 4 minutes. It was a long, hard 4 minutes. We almost didn't make it. There was a few casualties along the way. Now we're separating it out. These two will be our color. This will be our base layer.
So the base layer, we're using dye instead of paint. And with the dye, you don't need a lot. A few drops goes a long ways. If I can get it to come out, you can get up there and watch it go in. So you don't want to go more than 5% of the weight. I didn't weigh it out, I'm just eyeballing it. Because you can still get the color you want. By 5%, you've added a fair amount of color. So we're just going for a nice deep black. Same thing, mix it again, mix it really thoroughly, make sure you get it all mixed up. Once again, try not to let, like I did right there, that was a bad. Try not to let the mixer expose through the epoxy because it starts folding air into it. It's not the end of the world. If you have a pressure pot, then it's not a problem at all, but we don't have a pressure pot. We have to get all of the air bubbles out with the heat gun. You'll see that later. Less air you mix into this, the better. But yeah. Okay.
Make sure you're doing this in a well-ventilated area.
Oh yeah.
Unlike us.
Very well ventilated. You can get in there and look at that. It's a nice purple, huh?
Blue. In the camera. It's blue.
Is it blue?
Yeah.
Well, it's purple in real life, all right? Or I'm colorblind and I've been f***ing everything up for years.
Your truck's not white. I've been trying to find a way to tell you. Dude, it's yellow.
Now's the time. Not a white car and a yellow truck. No, those look good.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Blake, you'll just have to take a... No, that makes it worse.
Yep.
Now it's hella blue.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Oh, you can see purple now?
Ish.
It's purple. You'll have to take our word for it.
So in the lights, it's this color.
Or we're all colorblind. That's blue.
Yeah,
All right.
blue is blue.
Colors down. Here we go. So normally you have an epoxy trowel, which I left somewhere else, but 1/8 inch trowel. So the good news about this epoxy is, well, it's 1/8 inch to 3/8 inch thick pour. So if I have too much and it's a little bit too thick, it'll still cure out at 3/8 of an inch, even though it's not at a perfect 1/8 inch. So we're still gonna be all right. We do have a little too much, which is funny because we were worried about not having enough because I left some of the epoxy I was supposed to bring at the last job I did. And I was worried we are gonna run out, but we're gonna be just fine. So as long as we hit our 1/8 inch, we're good. Anything above that's just extra. The edges can be tricky. Make sure you pay attention to them because sometimes it'll just reject an edge a little bit and somehow you'll just get a little spot where it just won't go up and touch. So you have to make sure once you're done, you go up, you check all of your edges, make sure everything, so you look right here, get up right into that corner. See how that's missing? If you don't pay attention to it, it'll just stop right there. And if you don't go actually push the epoxy up in there, then that edge will stay and you'll hate it tomorrow when you come to look at it. All right, Moose, bring the colors. Hit me with it.
Hit you with it?
Yeah, or hit the countertop with it. Hit something with it. Hit something with something.
Just start drizzling her in.
Pour it wherever you want. Just make so when it pours, it tends to come out of the cup and do this. So turn your cup sideways, that way when it does this, you know what I mean? So if you're doing a line this way, turn your cup sideways to it, because then it does this and it won't make a staggered line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So whichever way you're going, turn your cup exactly sideways, 90 degrees parallel to the way you want your line to go. And just get crazy. The more you think about it, the worse it looks. Pour it how you want.
Let's see. Sideways. Oh yeah.
So the good news about the paint is the black's gonna swallow up like 90% of that.
That looks good, just black and red.
Do you want me to stop?
No.
So I'm gonna come through and try to just hit a couple of fracture lines right through this just for fun, just to see how it goes.
Maybe I didn't put very much up in this corner. It's coming away from the tank right there.
Yeah, I'll get a trowel and push it back in. Oh, I dribbled. I dribbled. So you want some in this corner, Logan?
Yeah.
See if I can get right up by that edge. See what I'm saying about it falling out from the cup weird? I'm just gonna do some spots.
Yeah, just let dribble or something right there. Little dobs.
Yeah.
Dob.
Dob. Dob. Where's the between those two tanks? I want some purple to show through right.
Basically right, yeah. Right in between where that little is.
Most of this is going to get covered by fish tanks, so we're trying to make sure that there's red and purple visible.
We can do a shit job out.
Boobies.
Oh, there is titties. Moose, do you have any red left? Throw some nipples in those. Oh, wait. Just so it's still PG rated.
It's definitely a smiley face.
Definitely a smiley face. He's putting eyeballs, not titties. Not. But they're titties. They really are titties.
Oh my god.
It's a one-eye wonder. I don't know. We're good. I'm dribbling everywhere. All right, I'm gonna finish this out. I'm gonna do one more line across here. Normally, if you're going for a natural look, what I would do is I would have poured the red just in rows, and then you can take your other colors that you're accenting with, and I would follow the rows of the red with your other colors. If you're going for a natural stone look, whatever. This one we were just having fun, just pouring some colors and playing with it. So we just kind of went with whatever we wanted. But like I said, if you're going with a natural stone look, you would take a couple of big colors, you'd run your veins through, you'd take your accent colors and you follow the big colors through and just do little pieces. Say, get a paper towel and wipe that up. But like I said, this was just a fun color. You throw it out, you let it be what it is.
Obviously, black and purple and red ain't no natural color anywhere, so.
Yeah. I like it. Titties.
Actually, figuratively and literally.
Okay, let it sit for about 10 minutes. We'll grab a heat gun. See all these colors through here? These are all bubbles. You can see the lines from the trowel. You can see all the bubbles coming through. We'll get a heat gun. I'll let you get a close-up of that. We'll take a heat gun and start working. You'll watch all those bubbles come right out. All right, so watch these air bubbles with the heat gun. This is what heat does. You can use a torch or a heat gun. Watch all of those bubbles just come right out. So this is why you use a heat gun or a torch. You don't have to go close. You can go pretty quick. You're gonna have to go over it about 3 or 4 times. So you work in a nice pattern. Go up, hit your edges. It'll take the majority of them out. And in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna do this exact same process again. And you'll watch all of these bubbles come out. And all this epoxy will start laying nice and flat. Getting rid of all of those trowel lines, everything else that worked bubbles into it from when I was mixing everything else. Oh yeah, you can see it down there real good where Logan's at. You don't want to stay on it too long. You can get the epoxy too hot. Nice quick breeze over. Let me through. 6-8 inches away, just hit it with your heat gun, or like I said, you can also use a torch on this if you want. I've only ever used a heat gun. They work really good. All of those bubbles popping out of there. That's all. They're going to leave little imperfections in the surface later. So we'll hit it like this. We're going to turn this heat gun off, let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer, depending on how it looks, and we'll do it again. So usually the first time is the best. You're going to see the bubbles pop. After that, it's kind of anticlimactic, but it's definitely worth your time. Get close, you can see that there's a lot more bubbles down in there. Trying to put the heat over them too long isn't going to bring them up. The heat almost liquefies the epoxy for a split second, lets the bubbles come up easier. I don't know if you can get in the glare. You can see right here, there's bubbles popping even without me being on it. Can you see those?
Yeah.
You get the glare of the light on it, you can see the bubbles just kind of popping all by themselves. So they're going to rise all on their own, but if you try to work them too hard with the heat gun, you're just going to mess it all up. So you have to just kind of let those bubbles slowly come up to the top every few minutes, like I say 15, 20 minutes, come back, hit it again. You can do that up till it's like an hour old. And just keep hitting it, pull them bubbles out, watch it close. Stick with it with the heat gun, you'll get most of your bubbles out, it'll look pretty good. Like I said, I would still recommend getting a pressure pot. Pressure pots are f***ing life, they'll get the bubbles majority out for you, but if you don't have one, keep working with the heat gun. We'll get them out.
We decided to make the smiley face bloodshot.
See the fractures? We're gonna add some more. Because
Too much.
Not too much. It's gonna fade out. It's gonna fade out, I promise.
we're making the eyes bloodshot.
Rats! Ah! I need a glove.
I'm not an eyeologist, but I'm pretty sure your bloodshot shit ain't supposed to go outside of your complete eye. Dude, that's like in his eyebrow.
Well, he's that f***ing high. He's so high his eyebrows are bloodshot.
He's zooted.
He's completely gone. I'm just gonna fold them back and forth until I can get this.
There you go.
There we go.
Can't hardly see because of the shadows.
Now we're on it. Hold on. Now the hard part's
here
gonna
we
be
go.
the transition to the other eye. All right, we got it. All right, let's go some more.
Make one eye bloodshot, the other one not so.
Bloodshot for life.
Did you see the one where they're putting chapstick on their eyes to do that?
Huh?
If you rub like
Oh,
Burt's
hell no.
Bees eye chapstick, it like
Hell no. Why would you willingly do that?
You have to be a psychopath.
They are. They're fucking female.
Oh. So just because they have a...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I say that?
No.
Yes.
That makes them crazy?
Yeah.
That's fair. Now it's just his eyes are from Britain.
Bloodshot for life. I love it.
Oh.
Not too much in. Back up a little.
She's videoing.
I really gotta stop finding camera help off Etsy.
Yeah, this is the last time we get a camera guy from Home Depot.
It's Craigslist.
Oh, was it
Okay.
Craigslist?
God, get it right.
Oh, we have a lot of lines out there.
Alrighty gang, so we're gonna let it dry for tonight, and then tomorrow or sometime we'll be back to pull the tape off and sand the edges down a little bit, because it kind of sticks up to the tape, and if you don't sand it down, it'll cut you and it turns into a whole disaster. So we'll be back in a few hours, probably tomorrow or so, and we'll continue. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hey gang, welcome back. So it's been about 32 or so hours. As you can see now, it's all dried up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come through here and pull off all the tape, and then we're just gonna sand the edge. So if you look at it, you can get in here. If you look at it, it came up right when it was touching the tape, and so that makes like a razor sharp edge. So we're gonna pull all this off, and I'm gonna cut the tape off on the back right here. I just poured the epoxy over the tape, so I'm just gonna cut it, and I made it so that it didn't stick to this, because this piece comes off. So we're gonna get all the tape off and sanded, and then we're pretty much done. So. gang, so that's it for the epoxy and all that. Now we gotta move in the fish tanks and begin with the fun stuff, which is the aquascaping and getting the fish and all that. I am so excited about this next couple of steps, these next few videos. So if you like what you saw, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Smash the thumbs up button, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and Merry Christmas to you all, and I'll see you in the next video.